Diddy update. The fall of Diddy on ID has just came out, and there is such mind-blowing evidence that could literally blow this case. Philip Hines was Diddy's actual assistant. His everyday, day-to-day schedule, even getting food, getting draws. I mean, Philip Hines was the second person in charge. The amount of evidence that Philip Hines had can literally blow this case. Now, it is said that he was responsible for Diddy's day-to-day life. Not only that, he also had details on substances used throughout the time that he has worked for Diddy. He worked for Diddy for 3 years, and what we know as, what did we call it? Child, I forgot what we called it. Whatever we called it. He only knew the little get-togethers as Wild King Nights. Now, there was a lawsuit filed, I believe it was back in December, from his assistant. Now, the assistant is alleging that what the role that he played was picking up food, laying out this man's clothes, going to pick up his clothes, running his personal errands. He was available on call during the freak-offs / King Nights. He also did cleanups for the hotel room during before the freak-offs and the breakdowns. The cleanup, setup. This man was doing a whole production. P. Diddy was doing a full production. These freak-offs, these Diddy Nights, King Nights, a full production, y'all. They had a setup, a cleanup. He was running a production, like a whole movie TV show. The former assistant also said that he had to actually book the hotel rooms in his name for the Diddy Freak-Offs, the King Nights, in which they called it. He also said that he was the one to get all of the substances. And y'all, this is multiple substances. We ain't talking about one little Mary. Y'all know what that is. Substances. Okay, catch it. He also said that he had to hide personal activities in which the diddler was engaging in from certain family members. And it was actually his job to delete and hide anything as it relates to what is it called? Technology, videos, anything like that. He was the person that was supposed to get rid of all of the evidence. The reason why I said that he can literally blow this case for sure is because he outlined all of the supplies that was used for the King Nights / whatever else they want to call it. He also had multiple voice memos from the diddler voice himself. We heard it, okay, saying this is what I want you to get, do this, do that. He had the full evidence, y'all. Now, the list that he went on to say, red lights, I told y'all this was a full production, child. Ice buckets, I don't know what that's used for, alcohol, substances, baby oil, towels, and a whole bunch of other crap that I'm like, what is that? Christina Quorum is going down with him. I told y'all she would. She was implicated and mentioned in this, and all of this is alleged until we know they all go to court. But we already know the T, right? Allege. But Christina Quorum was also found. He have records of her texting him, get this, do this, like she was helping manage the whole situation shit. Now, he also said that he had to be on call for these special King Nights in order if they ran out of something or if they needed something. And get this, he said that he would often run out of baby oil. At one point, I believe he was called into one of the situationships, and to this day, he cannot stomach baby oil, child. But this is what got me. He said that these will last like for 24 hours up to multiple days. What are you doing for productions multiple days? This is all I got for now, y'all. But child, this was a 4-part docuseries on ID. But baby, listen, he also talked about that there was young women as young as 20 years old. He even went on into that, and a variety of narcotics. I'm so baffled by this. And he talks about the extent of darkness in which the diddler was actually operating in. I'll turn this corner real quick, because what people don't realize is the extent of how people operate. We are spiritual beings, which means a lot of times we are operating out of a specific underlying spirit. And I've done deep dives on the diddler before. I've talked about the tattoo, the major tattoo that he had, filling his whole entire back. But not only that, with a level of darkness like that, there is a full entity that is operating in a person, and it's more than just darkness. It is levels of demonic, demonic influence that is operating within this person, that is sometimes people don't even know why they're doing what they are doing, but they are under such a demonic influence that is causing them to take over their mind and take over their body. That is the power of demonic influence. Last thing, when we yield to the kingdom of darkness with whatever it is, whatever sin it is, we are giving that demonic influence access to our lives, and they have the right to be able to operate through your body, through your mouth, through any of your body. They are able to operate according to whatever they desire for you to do. So when I look at Diddy, I look at it as more of a spiritual thing, not natural. And I know people be like, well, he hurt so many people, he's doing this. Yeah, but it was a demonic influence. Whatever you yield to, whatever that sin is, and you open yourself up to it, it could be sexual immorality. That is the spirit that will operate in you, and you will give it full reign to do whatever the heck it tells you to do, clearly. Remember this, Satan glorifies in sin. So, and one thing about sin grows. I'm sure he didn't start off having these king nights. I'm sorry. Full productions, okay? I'm sure it didn't start out with no full productions. It probably started out with small things, but the more we open ourselves up to Satan and the darkness, sin will grow. So that's what we have here. I pray that he's in wherever he is locked up, and there he has a repentant heart, because to me this is a form of God giving him grace for him to come to him and to repent. Sir, I need you to repent at this point. Repent, sir. Repent.